welcome to another match of the Trash Bowl. We are in the first round still. We have Goblinivan versus EternalRMG. This is the European side of the server, and this match is gonna be an interesting one. Both of these players, I haven't seen a lot of either of them, but I know that they're both decent Hearthstone players, and they both have brought pretty good lineups. So it should be an interesting one. Goblinivan has his secret mage banned, while EternalRMG does not get access to his Malagos Druid here. And we're seeing Goblin start off on his warrior, EternalRMG picking up the quest shaman, a deck that we have seen a whole lot already. Yeah. So doesn't seem to be stopping quest shaman, one of the very popular ones. I, among other people, am also playing it, of course.
I'm also more curious to see the warrior, because we don't really get much of that archetype.
We don't get a lot of this type. No, we get a lot of control warrior,
and they usually get banned.
But now we're getting an aggro warrior here, so that will be a fun matchup.
Have we actually seen we have seen a control warrior play, right?
We have seen it played, but very rarely. We don't see it a lot, so usually it has gotten banned.
Which I guess is either unfortunate for the players who brought it, or just
expected.
I was about to say expected to some degree.
I have it banned for first round. It's just expected. You expect it to happen. That's what you get.
So there's your takeaway. Just bring control warrior.
It'll get banned. And
don't do that. Don't bring it just because it gets banned. You can bring it if you're confident in the deck.
Yeah, if you can play it too. Yeah, don't just build a control warrior. Have never played it thinking it'll get banned anyway. No, it's not good for ban bait. I think, yeah. How aggressive you want to be if you're Ivan here, but you put inner rage on it? No, you just play. Okay. You could have took a trade.
I would have either killed the Searing Totem or inner raged. Either or.
You could have, but he wanted to. Okay, he's thinking about this matchup specifically, and he's thinking there's not too much removal coming up right now. We see Sandstorm Elemental, but Sandstorm Elemental is a double-sided coin in this match, because if you play Sandstorm Elemental, you just lose. Basically, if EternalRMG.
Yeah, I definitely like pinging something with a Berserker here. Yeah.
That was a good play. For sure, good play. He's developing a pretty good board as Ivan. Looking not too bad here. We'll see that you see that Flesh Shaper still in EternalRMG's hand, and we're gonna see it on the board sooner or later.
You can play it right now. Sandstorm and this, and the Shaper. Then you can kill the Frothing Berserker. You do sack your Flesh Shaper. You can't mutate it anymore.
That is correct.
But I think it might be worth it.
I'm gonna pick up the rat here. Maybe also play the Lackey. Seems like that's what's gonna be.
Yeah, but how do you play the Lackey here? Do you kill off the other Berserker, the Amani Berserker?
I think you have to deal with the Frothing. I don't think you let the Frothing live.
Yeah,
because there's gonna be a lot of blood being shed here.
Then, do you ping it with a Cobalt and still sack the Flesh Shaper?
Unfortunate, but you might have to.
Because you don't have the mana to do the Sandstorm anymore.
Might have to do it.
That's why I said Sandstorm.
You can coin a Sandstorm now. You can coin a Sandstorm now, but I think he's gonna.
He doesn't have a coin.
Oh, it's a mutate. Sorry, I saw that wrong. So, what did he mutate there?
He mutated one of his 1-drops into
2-drops
into questing.
Did he slip there? Did he not want to do that? He said that was a mistake. Did he mouse slip?
Maybe.
Maybe he wanted to. Did he want to mutate the Flesh Shaper? I don't think so. Right before attacking with it. No, that makes no sense. But alright, he took care of the of the Frothing Berserker there, as we had expected.
I think there was smoother ways to do that, but yeah.
Yeah, there was no perfect way of doing it, but maybe. Battle Rage coming out, drawing 3 cards is good value there.
That's incredible.
Questing Adventure, generally one of those cards you don't want to let live, is the thing.
No, it's gonna run the axe into him. Use the inner rage there for removal.
See, I know you see that oftentimes, but usually not on one of these. That seems unnecessary.
Well, but you're keeping your guy alive with that.
You know, I mean, I see the reasons for doing it, but I still don't.
I don't hate the play. I don't hate the play because he's seizing initiative. He's seeing your opponent doesn't have that many cards. He's fishing for draws. You can't really Sandstorm Elemental. Doesn't help you much.
Sandstorm Slosher maybe. Because now you know that you can Slosher next turn. Your opponent knows it too, so you have to play around it now. And I guess the way you play around it is just maybe trade the Temple Berserker in. And yeah, Temple Berserker in. No, don't. See, the Mummy dies to the second Sandstorm Elemental. I think you might just Korkron.
Or you play that. Or you play stuff.
Makes sense too, yeah.
Because you profit off of the Sandstorm then. So that's actually a good play. That's
the trade definitely makes sense.
Smart play by Ivan. That was good. That was a good choice. I like that.
And yeah, now you're asking, do you want to take out 1/5 in favor of another 5/2?
Yeah.
You're effectively just taking out a 2/1.
Okay, there's a Flesh Shaper now. He's gonna hit that in.
Yeah, it's awkward to play a Flesh Shaper and using up your entire turn for it.
Do you upgrade the weapon at this point? Or do you play it just to play just a minion?
I think you can play the Restless Mummy and then trade with the weapon. Like hitting the weapon and keep the Restless Mummy as a, what is it, 5?
You can run the
5
first, if you want to, you can run the first copy of the Mummy in.
And then upgrade it by hitting face?
Yeah. Depending on what you want. Do you want the 2 face damage here or not?
That's also a big preference thing, because face damage versus a more stable board.
Let's see what he decides on.
I mean, what do you expect of the Shroud, right? You don't get single target removal for it. So you might actually...
You might want to stack high, and he's...
I do think this is the worst version of the Rush Minion plus
Is
Axe play.
We're looking at a 7/6 here. This is
We're
too
not.
early. But this is, I mean, yeah,
We're
right
looking
now
at
we're
4/6.
yeah, right now we're looking at 4/6.
That's the problem, right? The militia commander really wants to use the battle cry.
But it's the most survivability.
I think I like both versions of the Restless Mummy better.
I would definitely consider this, because if you can stick it, now you have confidence you just win, right? Because you're running out of resources. Maybe those 4 points is all you need. Maybe that's what I always calculate.
I mean, you have Corcoran upgrade. Wait, oh right, you have the
cool
Taskmaster, and that was a missed lethal.
Was it lethal? Let's see what he gets here.
Corcoran Cruel Taskmaster.
They add 2, right? 2 attack.
Yeah.
So that attacks for 8, plus 9, plus the 4. Yeah. No wait, you don't have the mana for that at all.
No, but you do have. You have 4 on board.
Yeah.
Plus 4.
Yeah.
Plus 2.
Yeah.
Plus 1.
All right.
That was lethal.
Oh, is that 13? I thought it was 14 somehow.
Yeah, no, 1 Taskmaster, Militia Commander, Corcoran upgrade would have been lethal.
See if that comes back to bite him. I doubt it.
No, I think this
I doubt it
won.
will. I think this is, this is still one.
You do have to consider that as the aggro deck, if your opponent is below like 15 or so health, you always calculate if you have lethal, just to be sure.
You have to look for it. He's fishing big time here. Once that Life Drinker is not gonna find it.
Yeah, I think this is looking like it might be like a double evolve turn to stay alive somehow.
Looking for a big taunt. Looking for a life stealer, but there's a taunt. That could be huge potential.
I think you keep it, and I think you
keep that. You keep it.
You also keep the mutate on hand. It's a little awkward to keep the mutate on hand, but you don't want to get a random 2-drop right now.
But this gives you another turn.
Yeah.
To find a Life Drinker. And that might be all you need if you find that Life Drinker.
Or even just something that can deal with the board a little bit. Now the question is there still lethal?
The Arcanite Reaper picked up?
Because now we need to deal more damage, but it might still be a lethal. I don't think they're easy.
Not one this turn. Not one this turn. But he's gonna push through that Mirage, which is why it was a good turn. Now he's gonna get 5 more if he wants it. Or does he take the total? He takes the total. Alright.
I think overall playing slightly more controlling than necessary.
There's Life Drinker. Life Drinker drawn for Eternal. That's huge.
I do like taking out the Lackey. I don't like hitting in the... Wait, is that... There's no way to...
Oh, he's gonna bounce it.
I can see it. You're killing off most of everything.
And I put Lock in the kill, yeah.
But...
Keeping the Life Drinker, gutsy play, my dude. Gutsy play. You're running into a board, and that Arcanite Reaper is almost a fireball, though. So you can't be too crazy here. You have to play Life Drinker this turn. Like, coming up, if you're Eternal. You have to really play Life Drinker.
You're facing an aggro deck. You know there's 3 damage somewhere. Yeah. You've seen 1 Enrage and 2 Taskmasters.
You better play it. Better play it.
Yeah.
And he will. That puts him to 15. He's gonna end up taking 4. It seems at least if he doesn't find a taunt from
Evolves
that board.
Life Drinker? What?
Oof.
I would evolve the Life Drinker.
Yeah, it's better. It's better
way
for
understated.
Statting, yeah.
The question is, does he know something that we don't, which is the exact evolve stats for every mana cost? Because some people know those.
He might.
Also, like the taunt odds. You don't necessarily need to know every single thing, but average stats, taunt chance.
Okay, what do you pick? Hecklebot has a chance of pulling Shudderwalk or something small.
I think it would have probably still been Apple Ball, but
Okay, you want to pull that? You want to not allow the Battle Cry, but now you have a 5/5 on the board.
I mean, you have so many taunts you're just pushing right
Yeah.
now, but it does take out one of the taunts again.
Yeah,
Which
it
is
does.
quote unquote only the Phantom Militia
MC
problem.
Tech with 5 minutes on the board. That's crushing. That's a crushing
Especially
blow
because-
there. The taunts.
A guaranteed one taunt, yeah.
The taunts. That's game. That has to be game right there. What a
And
top deck.
remember,
MC Tech.
Goblin Ivan missed lethal this
Crazy.
game. So
Crazy.
that missed lethal actually might have cost him the game. As a matter of fact, it did.
will. It did because it's over. He can't push through this. Insane first game. Craziness. Absolutely crazy. What a fighting spirit there from EternalRMG, man. Holding on by the hair on his chinny chin with that Conjured Mirage. Wow. Wow. And he has it. And he's got it. What a game. That was a big one. That was a wake-up call there to start it off. So EternalRMG taking the lead 1-0.
If
After
you
it-
play aggro, always calculate your lethals. If you're playing Token Druid, calculate your lethals every turn where you have like 5 or more mana, even if your opponent's at full.
Gotta calculate it.
Because there's always a chance.
You gotta see it. Now, if you're Ivan, you played a good game, didn't get it done. Do you go back? Pick up the Warrior again?
I mean, the Warrior did definitely hold on for very long. And it depends a little bit on what the other two decks are.
You were winning.
But I think you probably switch, yeah.
He's switching. Switching up for Shaman, EternalRMG on his Hunter.
He saw Quest Shaman is good, he plays Quest
He
Shaman.
plays Quest Shaman, man. You can't blame him. Volpira Scoundrel, interesting tech choice from Ivan in this one. And Flesh Shaper is often a keep, and he just decided to go with it, so he has done his homework there.
I mean, I don't hate the Scoundrel. It can get you out of a lot of situations.
Now, Mech Hunter is a deck that's very I don't want to say it's very hit or miss, but it kind of it can overrun you, but it also stall out a bit. If it does, it's got to be this is going to be a tempo play here. If you get the quest done early and you establish control, you have very good chance.
Also, and this is what I was about to say, the Mech Hunter specifically, more than most other decks, relies on controlling the board. Because once you have the board, you can make crazy magnetic shenanigans
You can
happen.
stack.
If you don't control the board, it's
You got
tough.
problems. And something that's gonna definitely help control the board as Goblin Ivan is playing lightning quick here. Those Flesh Shapers. I mean,
Yeah.
River Crocolisk hitting the board, and if Eternal doesn't take many trades here, those Flesh Shapers are gonna come in. They're gonna wreck your house, and he's not gonna. And now you have Flesh Shaper turns. You have Totem, 2 Flesh Shapers.
Totem, double Flesh Shaper, yeah. You take out probably just, quote-unquote, the
Ursatron.
No, the 4/5.
Maybe you take both.
Actually, the Ursatron does allow you to keep the Flesh Shaper alive, which you might want in case you draw a mutate.
Maybe you take both. He actually coined the former champ and double Flesh Shaper, so all eggs in one basket here for Iron. The man's making some plays for himself.
You already see the worst thing that can happen on hand there. That's Unleash the Hounds. And that's not very scary.
No, it's not. It's not really.
And that's like... Oh, no, actually the worst thing is the Missile Launcher, but it's not in reach.
It's not there.
So, yeah. If you're the Shaman, you know your big board can't be punished.
Yeah. I know Ivan isn't the most experienced Hearthstone player, but he's tearing it up right now. He's definitely... I mean, entertainment value is there with this guy. He's making the plays. For sure. Now, this
Draw Shudderwalk.
That's sometimes how the Trash Bowl needs to go. You know, we need that.
Hero
Draws the walk.
Power, Totem, Trade, if I saw that correctly, which is...
Yes. Sensible.
I would have taken it, actually.
You would not?
When I play Mech Hunter, I usually... Although you are the control deck, so that makes sense.
You're
but,
the control deck in this match.
but if there is more mechs on the board than I can deal with, there's an argument to be made to not trade unless it's a very good trade.
I'm taking it. Because I have Walk, I have Life Drinker, I have something to get me to the Walk, and I have the Walk to be significant. Now, you need to get that quest done though, and deal with the board in the same breath. So Kobold is what you want, can't pick it up.
Yeah, but I mean the Faceless controls of the board, and then the Witchy on top of that young champion, whatever the fuck his name is, the token from the... What is the name of that token, actually?
Hotshot. It's
Hotshot, right.
And he gets the charger off of it. Picks up a baby Leroy.
Not necessarily what you're looking for.
But speaking of Leroy, look at EternalRMG's hand.
I see it.
I see a Leroy.
That is 12, that's 14. That is not lethal.
Not lethal, but he's sitting there missile launcher though. And
Yeah.
he says I win.
And, I mean, look at this.
He's just saying I win. Because what do you do with that launcher? You do nothing. You can't deal with it.
I mean, it has to be hero power life drinker here just for survival reasons, and that's...
But it doesn't survive.
It's not enough.
It doesn't survive.
I mean,
Not enough.
Looking at the board, it's death already. And that's the best play you could make in that situation.
Nothing to do. Nothing to do.
That Leroy wasn't necessary. Of course, you play it to show off, but...
He never got the curve. We never really got around the corner there, did Ivan. He was on the verge of establishing and stabilizing himself. Didn't quite manage to do it. Made some explosive plays, but it wasn't quite enough pizzazz behind it. So now if you're Ivan, what do? You know, JJ, do you want to preach your thing? Do you want to tell the people?
If your opponent has 2 wins, you know what they're playing.
Play your best matchup.
Yeah.
Play your best matchup. And he's going back to the Shaman against his Paladin. I think this is a good matchup. I think I like this matchup for Ivan.
Yes, generally, yes, but you do see some good stuff coming down for EternalRMG. There's good curve there. You do get the prismatic lens early, which, yeah, not as important against the control deck as against against aggro.
You might not even want it. But I also like Ivan's hand here, and you're playing to get, as always, get the quest done quickly and just kill his Paladin.
I mean, normally what you want
over him.
I think what you want of the lens usually is just a cheap Shirvala, which
You want Travala.
Against a control deck, it's not as important. So while you are getting curve, you're not really getting much of anything else.
And by the way, I don't consider this Quest Shaman just a control deck. It's very much a hybrid.
Yeah.
It can do a lot of things, because it'll run you down by turn 8. It'll kill you.
I just generally, in most matchups, look at it as more of a control deck. Because generally that's how it wins against
Yeah,
aggro,
but in this case, you can't beat the control deck, because you're going to lose if you take it to the end.
Yeah.
So I like the approach from Ivan here, going wide, and he's rocking it. I mean, he's going for it. Warstone Commander in the house.
I'm still not a huge fan of the mutate though, because you know you have former champ on hand and you can play it next turn.
Yeah.
I think as much as it was a good value and tempo play, you getting a 1/1 that is into a 3-drop.
Would agree with that.
I think you want to wait for getting a 1/1 into a 6-drop.
I would agree. He takes the 1 turn, but I would agree with what JJ is saying. You want to evolve that former champ rather than putting it.
See, if I didn't see it on hand right now, I can understand the mutate.
Yeah.
If you don't have Flesh Shaper or former champ.
You also notice Ivan playing very, very quickly. He's snapping out these plays.
I mean, if you know what you want to do,
yeah,
I understand it. I mean, you have experience with the decks you're bringing to this tournament, generally speaking, and you know what you want to do in this situation. The only thing you have to look at is what did I draw? Does it change my game plan? If not,
let's go.
I had my entire opponent's turn to think about it.
That is true. Eternal just developing. Nice and easy.
Where does that archer go? Okay.
That archer does not go into the loot pointer or the Acolyte of Pain.
Acolyte of Pain
legit
is valid.
It's a play. Potentially free Flesh Shaper coming up here for Ivan. Good tempo swing. You go former champ. Do you keep former champ for quest?
See, and now the mutate play feels even worse.
Because you pick up the Flesh Shaper,
which is the best target for your mutate.
Correct.
I don't know. Again, I'm not necessarily saying it was a bad play, but there was better plays to be made with that mutate. But yeah, you're now looking at playing the Novice Engineer to finish up your quest.
You're completing the quest, and the next turn,
you're 1 minute shy of getting that former champ restored.
Quite, yeah. You don't actually play it. Okay, that is fair enough. Sense. That is fair enough, actually. Yeah, you take that extra hero point one more time. That is a smart play by Ivan because you get a bunch of lackeys, and you're getting a double battle cry off next turn.
Yeah, and then you can decide if you want to draw 2.
And you might want to. And he's actually going to resign this. He's actually going to just resign this game because he didn't have anything to deal with this. So, Ivan picking up
I also,
the win
by the way,
for himself.
Disagree with that because you didn't lose that turn.
You weren't losing that turn, but you were probably losing.
Yeah, but as opposed to ladder, you only have a limited amount of tries.
Yeah, that is true.
And maybe you want to still see if you can pull it.
You might want to, but he decides it's seen enough. Again, you gotta beat one of his decks. That's all you gotta do. If you're in the luxury position of being up 2-0, which he was, now he's up 2-1. He still knows I have to beat one of Ivan's decks, not this one. This one is the worst matchup for me. I'm gonna take my chances, add something else, and now we'll see if Ivan brings up the next warrior or where he's going for.
I mean, to be fair, 2 tries, and generally speaking, most Hearthstone win rates, even for specific matchups, tend to fluctuate between 30 and 60%.
Yes.
So, even if you didn't know what decks were coming, and you do, you'd still have, more likely than not, you would still win.
Absolutely.
So that's also the nice thing about being up a game or two.
Mm-hmm. So EternalRMG's got to be thinking. He seems to be in the tank a little bit here. Is he still thinking? Ivan on the Zoo Warlock?
If I saw it correctly, though, he did drop Kangor, which...
He did mulligan away Kangor, that is correct. Which is against Zoo? Questions.
Yeah, I was about to say, you might want it. But then again, he did get Thackle, so that is huge.
Yeah, Thackle is something. Is very, very huge.
And you can Crystology back into Kangor. Mm-hmm. So... I assume Thackle is coming up next turn, allows for good trades.
Yeah, for sure.
Goblin Ivan correctly not taking trades right now. You're highly aggro.
I'm not sure if that was correct not to take the trade.
Okay, maybe because he would have had 2 minions now.
It summons itself back, and now you have one.
Yeah, but now you're going face again. You have Thrasher, you have Disease Vulture coming out.
EternalRMG at 1 health. Crazy stuff. Sir Finley on the board. And, he's got to take Warrior.
Tank up.
Right?
Tank
you
up
have to take
huge.
Warrior or Warlock. You take your time.
Soul Tap is nice, but...
Those are good hero powers.
I think against Warlock, it's devastating to have to deal 4 damage every turn just to stay even.
We'll see, but that was, both of those choices very, very good. He picks up the Warlock. I think I can see the Warlock, though. I can see it.
I know you have answers in your deck and you want to draw them.
Yeah, I can see the Warlock.
I think against Warlock it makes more sense to pick on... Yeah, now the Vulture comes down and you're making your big plays.
Yeah, now you're making plays.
Now is when trade happens, yeah. Now you're trying to Thackle, so your Vulture lives.
Yeah.
Very important. And the 1/1 goes face, of course. There's not much else for the 1/1 to do. Now, of course...
Crucible Champion is potentially a good card to save something.
Ooh. I like that play. I don't hate it. Coins the Soulfire to protect the Vulture.
Yeah.
I know that the 4 damage can be what makes or breaks the game at some point. But that Vulture also can.
Yeah.
And if that stays around for 1 turn longer, that might single-handedly produce a minion that does those 4 damage over 2 turns, easily.
That's true.
Or more.
Now, what that Warlock hero power does is definitely it helps him with the idea of his deck, because part of his idea is to clear out his deck. He's got Elysiana and he has Travala, and he has shenanigans to go with it.
And that was an awkward play.
It was. But you're trying to kill that Vulture,
Yeah,
I guess.
but now, Soul Tap, Thrasher, you got 2 procs. And if you had killed the Thrasher, he would have saved himself from...
Grim Rally also.
Yeah, Thrasher goes face.
That's a lot of damage coming your way.
Probably also goes
Frothing
face.
Berserker picked up.
I would have rallied there. Yeah, before you attack,
That's
rally
huge.
probably.
That is huge.
And maybe should have even played his minions first.
A lot of stuff coming
Definitely
up.
should have. Actually,
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
you could have rallied the Cable Rat to deal 2 extra damage with the Macaroon.
Correct. So that would have been the best play there. Slight
I don't necessarily disagree with the choice to kill the Macaroon.
yeah, slight error of order there, yeah.
But the ordering is definitely wrong.
That's the part where he needs to play a bit slower, maybe, and consider the whole turn.
Yeah.
You have so many good plays, and you want to just make it happen and run over your opponent, but you want to just take a time to consider the exact order.
But you're also really close to winning, and
yeah,
Zephyrus is on hand, which is huge. We also have Timeout. And
Timeout
Timeout's going to be
important,
taken.
and he might play Zephyrus along with it to pick up a Flame Strike here. Gonna Soul Tap instead.
He can probably use the Zephyrus next turn for some kind of AoE. Doesn't attack, which seemed like it would have been a good idea.
Yeah.
Especially because you're not taking damage and you're still healing.
I think you would have to play your Zephyrus there for a reliable flame strike.
Here's a quest. I think you actually take Demon Fire for once, right? Normally I take Spirit Bomb here. Great card, deals with taunts. You don't necessarily expect them, but
Gonna take Demon Fire like you would.
yeah, it does proc the Vulture, but you have a full board.
You tap and you sit. He doesn't tap even. Okay.
You have a Flame Imp. I mean, why tap? You have a good hand.
Well, you can.
board.
You have extra mana.
Yes.
And a tap. Alright. Zephyr's coming down here. What are you getting? Brawl probably? Yeah, Brawl, Shadow Flame.
Shadow Flame doesn't deal with everything.
Shadow Flame is not so
yeah.
good, so you have to Brawl.
And then you have the weapon to probably take out whatever lives, depending on what lives.
Not if it's Berserker, it's not Berserker.
Yeah, that dies.
It's banana before
And that
that.
also is probably the reason why he kept the weapon.
Maybe.
Because he knew
Wanted
that
to
Brawl
clean-
was in the pool.
He knew that Brawl was in the pool, yeah. He wanted to clean this up.
Oh.
Vulture right back at him.
Yeah, Flame and Hero Power, there's two
And
summons.
what a comeback.
And the board is back up.
We're back there. You better pull another Zephyrs if you're Eternal now. Alright, gonna put a Blackie instead, alright, and some taunt.
Wants to protect the Vulture.
I see.
I mean, you still get 2 minions down.
I see. Yeah. While Pyro there, gonna have to make some clears, at least try make some clears.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, picked up the quality. Yeah, right.
That's perfectly clear.
Doomsayer
Doomsayer delays
follow
the
it
board.
up, that makes sense.
You have
So
Soul,
yeah, you tap and you do nothing.
you have Soulfire on hand. You know you have 4 damage. Now you're just looking for Leroy.
You want a full turn there though if you're Eternal. That's definitely helpful for you.
You know, I understand how Goblinivan not getting a turn is
Yeah.
something that definitely hurts, but you are now trying to build up your hand lethal, basically. By the way, one of the reasons why
Drops the Elysiana there.
I low-key like Life Drinker and Zoo, it's not a choice that is in many versions, but for Highlander you can allow it. And that's extra hand damage.
His Tackle, Dread, Corsair. Might be scale, or might just be the biggest stuff.
Sephorium would have actually low-key
And
been a
it's
good
gonna
choice.
be Batterhead, I imagine.
Yeah. Sephorium would have low-key been a good choice too.
Yeah, but you also have to kind of...
Because your opponent also self-damages a lot, and draws a lot.
But
so,
you like the heal. You definitely do like the heal.
Yeah. And now we're juggling, yeah.
Now we're playing stuff. Now we're putting stuff down.
Places...
Doesn't get to hit face?
Yeah, but the Direwolf is in a good position. Elysiana will likely kill the carpet.
Yep.
So that brings Elysiana very low.
Also, Shrivala now getting into range. As he's casting his spells, Shrivala is about to come down.
And then
Not this
Farseer is
turn.
very helpful.
Yeah, but Shrivala is going
As a matter of
to
fact,
come
Kangor Farseer works.
down. It does.
It's not optimal, maybe, but it...
But it might be the play.
I mean, the shield still saves it, likely. And you do heal a lot.
Decides to put the Pirate down with some taunt. And Kangor behind. Setting up huge healing for next turn. It's going to
Yeah.
essentially try to heal the full next turn.
And yeah, now you're looking...
Snapping, playing Lightning Quick again.
Yeah, now you're looking for lethal, just that... I mean... There isn't really much choice in this. I think you're trying to Demon Fire the
Placement?
taunt if you can.
Good placement. He does get some value trades. He does really get some value trades.
Yeah.
But that Kangor is going to enable a lot of heal. Lots of heal.
Yeah.
You kind of need a juggler to ping into that Kangor there.
Yeah.
And it didn't. And now you get heal.
I'm pretty sure that's what we wanted, but it's just unfortunate that it didn't happen for him.
Yeah.
But
Gonna Consec, deal with this board, and he can put Shrivala down. Nothing to hit, unfortunately.
yeah, but still, you're healing 2 right now.
Yeah.
And
Gonna play it. He's gonna play it.
if you're Zurlock, you're basically lost.
What do you do now? Yeah.
You have to draw 2 sources of damage, and you just can't.
That is not it. That's not it. He's gonna Soulfire himself, probably. That is GG's. Someone disconnected?
Apparently, but it's over anyway, so...
The game is over, so 3-1 to EternalRMG. But what a match. What a match that was. So, very explosive plays for Ivan. Some slight mistakes, though. Both in this one, as well as in the Warrior, the somewhat egregious miss lethal. Yeah,
Oh,
so...
he's reconnecting first.
Okay.
I was about to tell Eternal to...
Yeah, it doesn't now disconnect doesn't really matter that much, but the game is over, so that's a win for EternalRMG. Thank you, Goblin first of all for playing, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Wait, aren't they 2-2?
Are they 2-2? No,
Doesn't Goblin still have to win one?
no, Eternal. That's Eternal's third win with the Paladin.
All right, yeah. No,
That's it. That's the match. And Eternal takes it home. Congratulations. You're moving on to the quarterfinals. And that's going to be an interesting game for sure. Goblin Ivan, just an advice to Ivan, just, the thing. Watch the tape back. Watch the video back.
Yeah.
And look at the mistakes you made. At some spots, you played a bit too quickly, I want to say, and you didn't plan out the whole turn. That made it a bit clumsy with that one Warlock turn, and of course, the miss lethal is something that you have to definitely cut out.
Very unfortunate to miss lethal.
It's unfortunate. It happens, but you definitely learned from it. You played well overall. It was a good performance. Definitely some entertaining plays, which I really like that coin former champ and just smack and just go for it. Double flash shaper, that was fun. But yeah, thank you for being here, thank you for participating, and we'll see you hopefully in the next tournament. I know you're generally a very active member of the community, so we're glad to have you there. But until next Trash Bowl, you'll be back for sure, and you'll be much better. Eternal's moving on 3-1, congratulations, and thank you everyone for watching. Drop a like on this video to support these competitors. And go join our Discord server, link in the description. You can meet all of us there, all of the players in this tournament, as well as JJ and myself. And if you're a Hearthstone player yourself, you can get better. Maybe even play a Trash Bowl yourself if you want to qualify for that. And until then, JJ.
That's it.
That's it.